Hey there. So fall officially began the other day, or was it yesterday? I can't remember. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Anyway, I made a roast chicken the other day, and we pulled a ton of meat off of it, and there was so much that I ended up leaving some on the legs and the back and wings and etc. So I roasted it on a sheet pan at 350 for about, I want to say 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, until it started getting brown and the juices were getting a little brown. And then I turned it over and stirred it up a little and put it in for another 15 minutes. So it may have been 45 minutes, or you just have to judge. You don't want it to burn. You just want the nice roasted flavor, and you want the bones to get roasted. And now I'm simmering it in stock. I should probably turn it down a little more even, but it already boiled, so there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not a professional chef. I'm a home cook, as they say. And I skimmed the foam off the top, and I'm just going to maybe turn it down just a little more in my lovely old vintage stove. I have a new one on layaway, a new used one. It's a glass top, so I'm really excited to get that after we order oil. We got a new furnace installed today. It's being finalized tomorrow. The ductwork is all new, and I'm super excited because it was an old furnace, and I was so grateful. I'm like, yes, because it was like 40 something degrees when I get up this morning. A little chilly in here, and I can take it. I'm from Maine, but and I'm not going to turn the heat on until I have to. I'll wear my slippers, I'll wear leg warmers. I don't care, because oil costs money, and we can't get natural gas here, and our only other choice would be propane. But this is an oil burning furnace, and the guy got it cheap somewhere because somebody was selling a brand new furnace used because they were switching to natural gas. So I'm excited. You can't be more excited than to get an efficient brand new furnace in Maine than I am right now. The only thing that would excite me more would be to have a wood stove. Or, this place is so small, I don't think we could do it, but it's so nice to have a landlord that's actually doing something. The other landlords we lived with before, or lived under, didn't do dinky squat. And then people were making noise and they wouldn't do anything. And then we had to get out of there. We were so lucky to find this place. It's wicked cheap, and we can do what we want. And it's good. It's good. So I'm gonna do this, and I also made some pulled pork in the crock pot with some onions, apple juice, and then I set it on top of the onions and apple juice and put a rub of about half a cup of dark brown sugar, some Penzeys Balti, B-A-L-T-I seasoning, which is coriander, garlic, and a whole bunch of other stuff that would cost me a mint to buy and grind it all at once. So it's economical for me. And some ground black pepper, tiny bit of onion powder, a half teaspoon of Coleman's mustard powder. I really go easy on that because it has a kick. And then, I save the au jus, and I just let my husband make a sandwich with the meat because he prefers that to having it really shredded. And then tomorrow I'm going to make navy bean soup. So I'm soaking these beans in cold water, and I have a ton of fresh produce from a farm stand in Auburn, Maine called Blackie's, and they have a lot of stuff, and they will tell you where the stuff is from. So I got some potatoes that are Maine potatoes, and the garlic they said was from California, and they said it was coated. When I asked, the lady was so nice. And I got some purple top turnips. I got some parsnips. I don't know if I want to put that in the soup or make a parsnip puree. I'm not sure, but these parsnips were gorgeous. They were just gorgeous. and some jalapenos, a couple jalapenos. I don't know what. I was just like buying stuff, and my husband was, I'll carry that. I'm like, no, get a cart. You know, the only thing I didn't buy was asparagus because it's not spring, and $3.99 a pound, but I got tons of produce for $14. You know, and the chicken, that was on sale, and I have so much breast meat. I'm going to freeze that. I froze the drippings from the pan, which is, you know, it's not stock, it's actual pan drippings, and oh my god, it's like gold. It's like chicken gold. And then this was 99 cents a pound. It's a Boston butt blade roast, and there was only one small bone in it. I'm like, all right, I'll take it. And then we went for a drive today, and we went to the resale shop in nearby town, and I saw this copper kettle, and I'm like, oh, I need a tea kettle, but I bought it because it's copper and it's kind of cool, and it's got this weird logo on it, stamped, and it looks like a weird elephant or something. I'm not sure, and it's really hard to get a good. And I'm like, and then it also has that on the bottom. And I've seen a couple of these. I don't know if it's safe even to use to boil water, but I've seen a couple of these on places like Etsy, but the sellers were British, and they were, yeah, and I paid like $12 for it, and it's got a copper handle, see, and I guess this is brass, but it's, you know, it's kind of cool. So we picked it up, and then I got, you know, a candle for 85 cents, like an old candle, but they had a jar of them at the counter, and a couple other things for $1 because they have a dollar table there, and most of the stuff is junk, and you can get old Avon bottles with the perfume still in it, but they're kitchen items. I was looking for another stock pot because this is the only stock pot I have, and it's not that big. So I really am wanting a stainless steel tall stock pot, and I would love the one that has the basket that you put the pasta in, and drain it like that. That would be so cool. But this is a wedding present we got years ago, and it's still good. It's not worn down, and so I'm going to use it for now. And I would buy enamel, but they had an enamel roasting pan, and they wanted like $12 for it, and I'm thinking I can go to Walmart and buy one of those for $12, or Tractor Supply, you know, or one of them. I'm like, no, those aren't bargain prices. I want stuff at a bargain, you know. I just thought this was a real good bargain for $12 for this unique old copper kettle, and I'm just trying to find out. I'm not always looking to resell stuff I buy, but I needed a kettle, and I'm just trying to find out, you know, where this weird logo is from. This gets obviously some, you know, corrosion or something going on. It has, you know, been sitting, and I could clean it up, but right now I'm not going to touch it until I find out what it is. But anyway, so how I, you know, save money is I buy stuff on sale, and I might put some of this meat in with the navy bean soup, or I might have it on the side and stuff. I know usually I do ham hocks, and I found that they're good because of the smoky flavor, but I have hickory smoke flavor drops that I can add in, and I can still make it vegetarian. That way it would be a vegetarian soup, or vegan even, I guess, and keep this on the side, and you know, if we want to add meat to our soup, we can. If we want to be vegetarian, we can. So, you know, it's up to you what you do, but we've been eating less and less meat. We've been shying away from red meat because it's expensive and not really heart healthy, I guess. I still eat cheese. This is my snack for before supper. I can't give up dairy. I just can't. If somebody made me give up cheese, I'd cry. You know, I had relatives who couldn't tolerate cheese, my mom and one of my brothers, but I love my sour cream. I love my real butter. I'm always using real butter when I'm cooking. And right now, I cannot give up dairy. That would be dairy and bacon. You know, everybody's like, bacon, yeah, and it's just not that. It's like once in a while I get a taste for a burger, but it's only like once or twice a year. It's not like every day. But, you know, when you're raised eating meat, and you live around farms where people grow their own pigs, and, you know, they don't grow them, but, you know, there's cows and pigs, and they slaughter them, I guess, more humanely than the big giant abattoirs and you know, places like the Chicago slaughterhouses, etc. And you have a relationship with that sort of farming community. It's hard to say, well, you know, I can't be I'm going to be a vegetarian because I love animals. I love animals. I do love animals, but you know, plants are alive too. Are you hurting them? We know plants respond to music. Are you going to hurt them by killing them? Where do you draw the line? And those are questions. I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone. Those are just questions I ask myself, and I ask people. Maybe, you know, I'm just curious. I just want to know. I'm not trying to be offensive, but if I were going to become a vegetarian, it would have to be from inside myself and not because someone pressured me to it. But anyway, have a good night. Bye for now.